Hey, what's up everybody? Giovanna back again for another video. And today, we'll be talking about the prequels in relation to Disney Star Wars and that absolute mess of a trilogy. So, there was this article that was released, I think a few days ago. I didn't have time to read it, but I saw the headline. It was called something like, the prequels are better than Disney Star Wars, or something like that, or the sequel trilogy, Disney Star Wars trilogy, whatever. But I'm really happy that people are starting to finally realize that the prequels have a well thought out, well constructed story, and it's better than Disney Star Wars. I'm telling you, Disney Star Wars is only good because they're banking millions of Disney dollars into the visuals, and they're also trying to be Marvel with the script. They're trying to make it all modernized. They're trying to make it funny. And as you can see, it's not doing well. Like, nothing's from Disney Star Wars is, like, selling. Like, you see that, where's Rose? And then you have some people in response to that, where's Finn? Like, it's insane. Like, that, even, there's, like, little, not like the two groups in the fan base, like, you hate it or you love it, but there's people in between that, like, everyone just, like, is arguing over this huge mess of Disney Star Wars. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think the fandom menace is a vocal minority. I think we actually kind of represent, I don't want to say the fandom menace speaks for anyone else, but I think we represent, like, a larger group of, like, people that maybe aren't on, like, Twitter, maybe aren't on any social media platforms, that are kind of just, like, keeping it to themselves, like, oh, whatever, this is Disney Star Wars, I don't give a fuck anymore. Which most people are, because honestly, I'm looking at box office predictions for Disney Star Wars. I don't think it's going to do well at all. I think it's definitely going to be under $1 billion unless this movie is insanely good. But it's like nobody cares anymore besides like stans on Twitter. Like, I'm not even kidding. Even I'm trying to start caring about The Rise of Skywalker. Like, I want to be excited for this next movie, but I don't know. And then, I mean, I'm hoping it's kind of like what happened with the prequels. Like, the first one was okay, then the second one was the really controversial one, the shitty one, and then the third movie in the trilogy kind of brought everything up. Like, kind of how Revenge of the Sith. I think most people are trying to look at it that way, because Revenge of the Sith did make more than Attack of the Clones. I think Attack of the Clones was around $600 million for box office-wise, and Revenge of the Sith was around $800 million. That's where I'm thinking of for The Rise of Skywalker. I think it's going to be around $800 million. I want it to do well. Like, you know, I mean, I hate Disney a lot, and I don't want to give them all the fucking money in the world, but I want it to make at least $1 billion. I want this last movie in the Skywalker saga to do well. But back to the prequel thing. You know, the prequels, I think what made the prequels kind of good was that it added to the Star Wars mythology. Sure, you could argue it ruined the midichlorians mystery, and, you know, a lot of people, like, a lot of, like, original trilogy, like, purists, like, they love the mystique, wow, I cannot talk, of those three movies, how they were, because, you know, Star Wars was huge in the 80s, so, like, you didn't know who Han Solo was. You didn't need a Han Solo movie to explain it. You didn't really need to know what the Force was. You didn't really know what the Jedi was. You didn't know what a Clone War was. All that stuff. You didn't know, like, what the Millennium Falcon was. It was crazy. Like, and I do like that aspect that we got, like, an Anakin Skywalker backstory, like, that we got, like, some sort of, like, pre-thing to show when the Jedi and the whole galaxy was a bit more civilized, and how Emperor Palpatine rose up, and how Darth Vader became Darth Vader, or Anakin Skywalker became Darth Vader. And then that's the thing, like, with the sequel trilogy. They're trying to remake the original trilogy by rehashing the same story. So now it's like mystery isn't even fun anymore. It's like everything's explained now. Now, like, that's the thing now. Like, when you already have 6 established movies, you can't remake the trilogy that is beloved to market to casual fans and, like, casual people. Because obviously, Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, and Carrie Fisher, and Billy D. Williams, they're all super classic. They're, like, classic actors from that time. So, like, I think that's what Disney was trying to market to, or who Disney was trying to market to, and it just bombed because they just decided to trash these old characters and then bring light on new ones. And I want to see something new. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I think George Lucas's outlines for the sequel trilogy definitely would have caused, like, some divisiveness in the fan base. It probably would be the same thing as it is right now, like that kind of like Phantom Menace shill balance. But I really, personally, I'd love to see like George Lucas's Will's trilogy, the microbiotic world. It's something different, you know what I mean? Like Star Wars, like every episode, not just each trilogy, like every episode was different from each other. Like the characters had development, the environments would change, wow, I forgot what I was gonna say. But man, it was like a ride. It was like a journey, and the story flowed throughout not just each individual trilogy, but the whole saga before 7 and 8. Like it was, you could feel like you were watching one movie, and that was Lucas's intention. Was these are meant to be watched as one movie, 1 through 6, not like 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, just like one movie. And I'm kind of glad it kind of made me happy when J.J. Abrams a while ago said, I think at the time of Celebration, that he was going to respect how, George said to watch these as one movie, but The Rise of Skywalker needs to stand alone. And, I do give JJ some respect, even though he kind of has he kind of plagiarized, he really did plagiarize episode 4. Another issue with making the fucking original trilogy. Again, I hate that. That's literally like one of my only problems with Disney Star Wars is I don't give a fuck about the characters. They just trashed the OT and trashed everything, or plagiarized everything that came before it. And then everyone's like, Rian Johnson had innovative ideas in The Last Jedi. He really didn't. What did he bring that was new? When I first went to go see that, I did not know they were AT-M60s. I really thought they were just AT-ATs. And Crate was basically another Hoth. No originality there. So that's the problem. The prequels were good because they had originality. They had, it makes no sense. They can't even think of original names for characters anymore. Janna is a pretty typical name. Rose. Rey, not so much. I do give them that. It's better than Kira, which was what they were originally supposed to do. But, Ben Solo, not original at all. Finn, could go as a nickname from someone. Finn Wolfhard, that's a real name. But, yeah, not even with the names. In the prequels, we had Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, all those Jedi, Ki-Adi-Mundi, Plo Koon, Yoda, even Anakin, that's not a typical name. Padme, no typical names, whatsoever. Sheev Palpatine, it was, Lucas, man, he's, just a flow of original ideas, and that's what I love about the guy. He's just so original. He has all these crazy ideas. I get it. Things change. Han Solo is supposed to be a green alien. I totally get that. And I'm kind of glad that changed. Harrison Ford's the coolest motherfucker ever. But I love new ideas. I don't want that, typical, politically correct politics bullshit, trying to be the Hollywood, trying to be Marvel. Nah, that's just fucking bullshit. I'm sorry. That's not what makes Star Wars good. That's how you make money, but now they aren't making money because the people who like original stuff don't want to buy the stuff for the new movies because they're trash. I don't even know what to say. I'm just getting so into it, and this video is getting long enough. I'm at 8.5 minutes, but really quick before we go, I want to give a special shout out to Ruth from Star Wars for Life. Her name is Star Wars for Life on Twitter. She does so much for the Phantom Menace. She's always lifting the spirits up, always promoting everyone's channel. She does such a great job. I really love her. She's such a nice person. She's so kind-hearted. Really, really nice person. Love Ruth. But also, I know a lot of people wanted me to talk about people from the Phantom Menace getting blocked by Pablo Hidalgo on Twitter. But let's be real, nobody gives a shit about Pablo Hidalgo anymore. I literally bought books from that motherfucker when I was 5. I don't read them anymore because, fuck Lucasfilm now. They're just a bunch of politically, correct pieces of shit. I'm sorry, Lucasfilm, if you're watching this. Well, actually, I'm not sorry. But ruining Star Wars. Yay! I hope they don't make Indiana Jones flop. I really hope Indiana Jones 5 is good. I'm actually looking forward to some stuff like The Mandalorian, but man, I just hope they don't screw over Indiana Jones 5 because it's possibly, there's a very high chance it could be the last one. But anyway, I'm getting really off topic. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please comment your thoughts on this. I really want to get everyone's input, and peace out.